The mind isn't a thing, but an event, much like a wave or a river, something that happens rather than something that is. A thing has a substance like a rock, but an event is a process of a phenomena. Like that the moment when wind steers the ocean and creates a wave. It exists, but it's not solid. This is key to understanding the mind. If the mind had substance, it would be permanent. But since it's just a process, it can dissolve without leaving any trace. Think of a wave disappearing back into the ocean. Nothing is left behind, not even a mark. The mind is like that too. As those who have realized the truth say, the mind is like a bird flying through the sky. No footprints, no path, no evidence that it was even there. What we call mind is really just a series of thoughts, moving so quickly that they create an illusion of something continuous. One thought follows another so fast that we miss the tiny gaps between them. The speed of these thoughts gives the impression of an unbroken flow, making us believe that there is a mind. But in reality, it's just a rapid movement of thoughts, like waves on the ocean, coming and going, without anything substantial underneath. The mind is a collection of thoughts, just like a crowd is a collection of individuals. A nation exists only because of its people, but beyond that, a nation itself is just a concept, not an independent entity. When we look deeper into the mind, it vanishes. What we thought was a mind is revealed to be nothing more than individual thoughts. Once this is realized, a profound shift happens. You become aware that thoughts are like clouds passing through the sky, but you, the true self of the sky itself, vast, open, and unaffected by the passing thoughts. You become the witness, merely observing the thoughts as they come and go without attachment. This realization brings a sense of freedom. You understand that thoughts are like clouds or the wind. They are temporary, and you no longer identify with them. The mind isn't a solid entity which can be controlled in the way we often think it can. In fact, how can you control something that isn't really there? And who would control it? If someone claims to control the mind, it would only be another fragment of the mind trying to dominate a different part. This is what the ego is. One part of the mind trying to impose control over the rest. But when you see beyond the illusion of the mind, you no longer need to control anything. You become the witness. And in that witnessing, mastery arises effortlessly. You are the vast empty sky, and the clouds of thought merely passing through. The mind can't be controlled the way you think. It's not something you can grab hold of, and there's no one inside to do controlling. There's just in emptiness, which can observe but not control. But here's the key. The act of observing is control. When you simply witness the mind, it fades away. Think of it like this. You are running in the dark, terrified, because you believe someone is chasing you. But it's just your shadow. No matter how fast you run, it stays with you. The faster you go, the closer it feels. Looking back doesn't help. The shadow is always there, but running isn't the answer, and neither is trying to control it. Instead, stop, stand still, and face it. When you look closely, the shadow vanishes, because it was never real, just a trick of light. The mind is like that too. It's only there when you are not fully present. Sit quietly and look deep within. The mind slips away. Thoughts might still be there, but the mind itself gone. When the mind dissolves, something remarkable happens. You realize that your thoughts aren't truly yours. Yes, they come and hang around for a bit, but they never come from you. Have you noticed? Not a single thought has ever arisen within you. They drift in from the outside, like clouds floating over a hill. They rest for a while and then move on. You don't have to do anything, just watch. And in that watch, you have already gained control. Though control isn't the right word. Words are clumsy, shallow tools. They belong to the mind, after all, so they can't really capture this experience. When you observe deeply, it feels like control, but it's not about forcing anything. The thoughts are still there, but they no longer command you. They come and go, and you remain untouched, like a lotus in the rain. Water droplets land on its petals, but slides off without leaving a trace. The lotus remains pure and unbothered. That's what happens to you when you master this art of watching. Thoughts may come, but they leave no mark on you. Imagine you are a traveler, lost in the forest. Dark clouds gather, lightning flashes, and you are desperate to find your way home. You are hurrying, anxious, and the storm feels overwhelming. But then you find your way. You are home, safe now, and you sit inside. Everything changes. The storm that terrified you outside now becomes beautiful. The rain, the lightning, the thunder, you enjoy them because you are no longer lost. You are sheltered. This is what happens when you find your inner center. On the surface, chaos and confusion may reign, but once you reach to the inner calm, you can watch it all unfold without being affected. You no longer need to fight the storm. You slipped into your inner core, and suddenly there's mastery, not forced control, but a natural ease that comes from being centered. To center yourself in consciousness is to master the mind. This is important. Don't focus on controlling the mind. That idea can mislead you. No one can truly control the mind, and those who try often drive themselves crazy. Why? Because it's just one part of the mind trying to control another part. It's a battle that leads nowhere. Thinking cannot be forced to stop, but it does stop on its own. And understanding this is crucial. Otherwise, you might find yourself endlessly chasing your thoughts, exhausting yourself in the process. Instead of trying to stop the mind, let it quiet down naturally. No mind doesn't happen by trying to stop your thoughts. Any effort to force it will only lead to more anxiety, more inner conflict, and a sense of being divided within yourself. Trying to stop thinking doesn't help. It creates more turmoil. Even if by some force you manage to quiet the mind for a few moments, it's not a true accomplishment. Those moments may feel still, but they lack of life. It's not real silence, just a surface level stillness. Beneath that forced calm, the mind keeps working in the background, suppressed but not gone. There is no way to forcibly stop the mind, but the mind does stop. That's certain. It happens naturally, without effort. So, what should you do? The question is important. Just watch. Don't try to stop the mind. There's no need to fight. After all, who would be doing the stopping? It would still be the mind, trying to control itself, splitting into two parts. One part trying to dominate the other. That's a pointless struggle, and it can drive you mad. Don't engage in this battle. Instead of trying to control your thoughts, allow them total freedom. Let them run wild. However fast or chaotic they may be, your role is not to control, just to witness. And here's the secret. The mind is not your enemy. It's actually a beautiful, intricate mechanism. Something far beyond what science has been able to replicate. It's a masterpiece of complexity and potential, so watch it with curiosity, not hostility. If you approach it as an enemy, you are already setting up yourself for failure because you have judged it. You are engaging with it instead of staying outside as a neutral observer. The deeper your watchfulness becomes, the more aware you become. And something interesting starts to happen. Gaps appear. One thought goes, and before the next one arrives, there's a brief pause. One cloud drifts by, and another hasn't yet formed. There's a moment of stillness. In these gaps, you will get your first taste of no mind. It's like a clear sky suddenly appearing between clouds. These brief intervals are glimpses of a deeper state of being. Call it Zen, Tao, or the essence of yoga. In those small gaps, the mind falls away and you experience clarity for the first time. In the beginning, these moments of stillness will be brief and rare, like a small islands of silence scattered across the vast ocean of thought. But these glimpses are your first taste of what samadhi is. Tiny moments of peace. They come and go, but now you know you are on the right path. So keep watching. Watch the thoughts as they pass and watch the quiet space in between. Both are beautiful, the clouds of thought and the clear sky of silence. Each has its own beauty. You are no longer picking sides. You do not say, I only want the silence. That's a trap. The moment you got attached to the intervals of peace, you are back to resisting thoughts. And those gaps will slip away. They come only when you are detached, observing without trying to force anything. They happen naturally, spontaneously. Continue watching. Let the thoughts flow freely, without interference. Don't try to control or direct them. Let them go wherever they wish. Nothing is wrong. The more you allow this, the bigger the gaps will become. You will experience deeper moments of silence. Small satori's, blissful, peaceful moments where thoughts cease entirely. At first, they may last only a few minutes, maybe a few seconds. But during these moments, everything becomes clearer. You will see the world differently. The trees will appear more vivid, the air more alive, as if the universe is vibrating with a subtle, endless music. You will sense a presence, something divine, mysterious, all around you. It touches you, yet you can't hold it. It's within reach, and yet beyond grasp. As the gaps grow longer, this clarity won't just be outward. You will realize that this presence, this godliness, isn't just in the world outside. It's within you too. It's not only in what you see, but in the one who sees God, is both seen and the seer. But don't become attached to even this. Attachment fuels the mind, keeps it running. The key is non-attachment. Simply witness everything detached. This is how the mind slows down, without any effort to stop it. The more you enjoy these peaceful moments, the more your ability to hold on to them will grow eventually. You will become a master of your own mind. Then you can think when you need to. But when your thought isn't needed, you let it rest. You are no longer controlled by it. You use it, not the other way around.